Let's meet your home team. At the shooting guard position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 9, Ray, number 9. At the power forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 0. At the center position, standing 6 foot 11, number 15, Carson Cooper. The other forward, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 55, Cohen. Starting at the other guard, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 1, Michael Hockey. Your head coach is Willie Green. Let's hear it for your home team.
Now the starting group for the visitors. You've got the Wizard out there with the Wizard, and it's the Wizard, and it's Miller, and at the 2-guard spot. You've got Carr, Wizard out there with the Wizard, and there's Cooper, and it's the Wizard in the 4-man position.
And do you figure, Jim, we're at that point in the season now where we can really evaluate who the top teams are?
Well, Kevin, I don't think there's any question about it. There are a handful of teams we knew coming into the season would be at the top. But now, as you look, there are additional teams starting to open our eyes, and we're going to have to wait and see what happens with the trade deadline to see who can make a move to close that gap at the top.
And one of the beauties of an 82-game schedule, right? You have a long time to prove yourself.
No doubt about it. There are phases to an NBA season. We're about to enter the most important one.
Here's the Wizard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so he hits both. Here's Coffee. It's blocked. Outside Jennings. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Coffee. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. It's good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Now, here is Miller. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And it's good for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's the Wizard. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. 6 to shoot. They set the screen from the top of the key. The Wizard can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
The Wizard passes to the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. Pass to the Wizard. Nails the baby hook. The Wizard's got his second basket of the game.
That's a great way to start. 3 for 3.
Here's Coffee, and he drives in. The Wizard passes to Coffee. Inside. They get a hand on it. The Wizard, it's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. The Wizard passes to Jennings. Now here is Miller. It's back to Jennings. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Here's Coffee. Still without a basket. And Miller with the block. Pass to the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. Down low. The Wizard with the rebound.
What a cold start. They need a different approach here.
Here's Coffee. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That is his first foul of the game. And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Looking now at some numbers for him. Here's the Wizard. 9 points last game. Pass to Carr. Here's Coffee. Lays it up off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside Jennings. Pass to the Wizard. Puts one up from 19, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's the Wizard. Here's Coffee. But 3. The Wizard with the rebound.
So the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Here's the Wizard. Hits the jump hook. The Wizard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Pass to the Wizard. Here's Coffee. And the shot goes in. Coffee's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim. Goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
Left side, Miller. To the right side. Pass to the Wizard. Clock at 6. Here's the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. Releases from the wing and drills it. Gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here is Carr. He's guarded by Jennings. Here's Coffee. Count it from 12. Coffee's got 6.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's ready to talk things through with them.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Well, when you shoot that poorly from deep, the odds of winning get really slim in a hurry.
The grind of the NBA season wears on, but what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look. Taking a look here at the visitors. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement. Pass to the Wizard. Here's Coleman. 5 on the clock. And here's Miller. Launches it. And it's McCullough with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
There's the pick. Scott the best of McCullough. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Pass to the Wizard. Here's Miller. Here's Coleman to the paint. The Wizard, good.
Number 16.
The Wizard's got 8 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for
2
today.
minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Here's Glenn. Nothing on the board. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to the Wizard. 1:31 left in the first quarter. A fader. Scott pulls it in. Gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Here's Glenn. Now Fears. And that one, good.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's the Wizard, and he dumps it down.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
59 seconds left in the first. Outside, Scott. Pass to Ward. Now, Fears. And Curry pulls it down. Now, here is Miller. He's covered closely. That one goes in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Glenn. 8 points his last outing. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Ward. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Fears. This is the baby hook. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Up 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Well, that has to be intimidating. They're erasing easy looks, and they're changing perimeter shots as well.
Wizard out there with the Wizard. And it's the Wizard. And it's the Wizard. And it's Coleman in at the 2 spot. Here's the Wizard from downtown. And it's Glenn with the rebound.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
And the basket by Walton.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
Has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. Here's Coleman. Rebounded by Ward.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Now, here's Walton. Now, Fears. Going inside. And that one drops. Fears has got his second basket. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to the Wizard. Here's Coleman. Shot clock at 5. Here's the three. Buries it from three-point range. The Wizards got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Seeing a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Pass to Carr. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's the Wizard. Pass to Coleman. Here's the Wizard. Hasn't made one yet. Not going to fall. Starting off slow. He misses his first three from the floor. And here's Carr. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Ward, good. Ward's got his first points of the game. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. He should have a good one.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. The Wizards checked in for Walton. You can just chalk up the points when these guys get to the line. Here are your top free throw shooters for the past month. And you look at the Wizard, one of the league's best, third in free throw percentage.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Here's the Wizard. Off target at the rim. Gone 3 of 4 for the floor here in the second quarter. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Outside Jennings. Pass to the Wizard. To the inside. Miller. And it's Miller with the jam.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Coffee can't get it to go. Gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Jennings. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jennings has got his third basket of the night. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travel that didn't happen.
Here's Coffee. He has 6. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Coffee's got 9.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's Coffee. He's got 9. Pass to Ward. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Ward's got 4 points this quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Miller outside. Here's the Wizard. Jennings in the corner. The Wizard passes to Miller. Here's the Wizard. He has yet to score. Here's the Wizard. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. Gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Here's Coffey, guarded by Kirk. Pass to the Wizard. Here's Coffey, guarded by Kirk. Cooper a screen on Kirk. Coffey passes to Cooper. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Cooper's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Curry with the bounce pass. Here's the Wizard. We're down with both hands. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Fears he's checked in for Carr.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Ball stolen. The Wizard passes to Curry. Pass to Jennings. It's Miller on the way. Here's the Wizard. Curry kicks to Miller. Here's the Wizard. He's guarded by Cooper. There's Jennings with the 3. The rebound by Cooper. Here's Coffey. He's got 9. Pass to Cooper. Here's the Wizard. He's guarded by Jennings. Over to the wing. On Friday and then on Sunday.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
The visitors with the ball. It's intercepted. Here's Fears. And he lays it straight in. Fears has got 4 points this quarter. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
Miller finds Jennings. Here's the Wizard. He's got 10. The Wizard with the rebound. The Wizard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it. Outside Jennings. Looks for Miller, gets it to him, and it's Miller with the jam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Coffey, covered by Miller. .103 left in the first half. Pass to Fears. Clock at 6. Here's Cooper. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. And Cooper drops both of them. Gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Miller outside. Here's the Wizard. He's got 10. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. And an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's the Wizard. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. There's a screen. Pass to the Wizard. Shoots a fader. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up 3. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
35.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings.
You take a look at the home team, they're frustrated, and you can understand their frustration. They were expected to be good this year. Their fan base was fired up, but it just hasn't come together.
They're not showing enough fight defensively. Take some pride in getting some stops. This is when your leader has to step in and say something.
Yeah, tough to beat a team that's shooting double nickels from the field. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Nice game. Great performance by the Wizard.
Yeah, early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
When he gets the ball this deep and establishes position, now it's a matter of getting to his go-to move that he loves.
Here's the Wizard. You've got the Wizard. Cooper is out there with the Wizard. And it's the Wizard. And it's Carr. And at the 3. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. They set the pick. Back to Miller. Shot clock at 6. Pass to the Wizard. The Wizard, good. The Wizard's got 8 points. It's been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57% to the paint. Here's the Wizard for the lead. The rebound by Cooper. Cooper's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Coffee passes to Carr. Here's the Wizard, covered by Miller. Pass to Carr. Here's the Wizard. Here's Coffee. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
The Wizard passes to Miller. And Miller throws it down hard. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Here's Coffee. He's got 9. Pass to Carr. Here's Cooper. Here's Coffee. Off target from three-point range. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's the Wizard. Carr covering. Here's the Wizard. The rebound by Cooper. Here's Coffee. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Pass to Miller. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Jennings passes to the Wizard. Now Miller fires it up. It's hauled in by Coffee. Here's the Wizard. He's guarded by Jennings. Pass to Cooper. And here's Cobb. To the left side wing. Here's Coffee. Misses and the dry spell continues.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from three. Only had that one in the first half.
Pass to the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. Back to Miller. Out to the right wing. There's a good screen. To the middle. Here's the Wizard. And he uses the glass on the layup. The Wizards got 5 now.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
Coffee can't get it to go.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making it.
Now, here is Miller. T right on him. Pass to the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. From deep three-point territory. That one misses.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
Out to the right wing. Here's Carr. Got a piece of it. And now running up the court. Miller pushing it up. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
Here's Coffee. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. Right wing to stop the drought. Coffee can't get it to go.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Here's the Wizard. He's got 5. Miller with the ball. To the wing right side. Here's the Wizard. He's guarded by Cooper. Here's the Wizard. That shot off.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Coffee, the Wizard with the rebound.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's the Wizard. It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Miller.
Well, that is just real miscommunication there, sending it out of bounds.
Here's Coffee. 9 points in the game so far. Inside, here's Carr. It's tipped. Here's the Wizard. Miller on the wing. Fader on the way. They get it back. Pass to Coleman. Out left to the wing. Here's the Wizard. 4 on the clock. Here's the Wizard. Rebounded by Ward. Ward's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Coffey. Now Carr. Pass to Coffey. Here's Ward. Looking to end the run. A Wizard with the rebound. Being at 51%. Really solid. Here's Coleman. Scoreless thus far. Here's Miller. A Wizard with the rebound. The Wizard's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Coffey passes to the Wizard. Misses the wing chip. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Pass to the Wizard. Here's Coleman. They set the pick. Here's Miller. Rebounded by Ward. And around 41% on the night. 1:02 left in the third. And here's Carr. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Fear. Here's Coffey. The tray. Miller grabs the miss.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team desperately in need of a spark.
Here's the Wizard. 5 points in the game. Miller, right side. Goes up on the wing. That's no good. He's 5 of 10 from the field. Pass to Coffey. Trying to end the drought. Miller grabs the miss. The Wizard passes to Coleman. Here's the Wizard. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Up by 5. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Wizard out there with the Wizard. And it's Miller. And it's the Wizard. And it's Curry in at the point. Pass to Carr. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
At the line for 2, Carr.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Carr. Scotty's checked in for Walton. He's perfect from the line this time. 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Curry passes to Jennings. Here's the Wizard. Here's Coleman. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Pass to Carr. Scott the pass to Carr. And it's blocked. Outside Curry. Here's the Wizard. And it's good. 2 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pass to Carr. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. It's blocked. Curry deciding where to go with it. Here's Coleman. Carr covering. Here's the Wizard. Fires from the wing.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And they've got a lot of momentum right now, trying to close this thing out.
Now Carr. Down low. Here's Spears. And the shot is long. Gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Curry finds Miller. Here's the Wizard. 11 feet away. Rebounded by Ward. Ward's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Spears. Carr the pass to Glenn. And here's Carr. Here's Ward. Over to the wing. Here's Spears. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. A basket here would push their lead to double digits.
Yeah, looking in control at this point.
Miller inside, working on Carr. Miller kicks to Curry. Pass to Coleman. And it's Miller in the corner from past the arc. And Spears pulls it down. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
On the wing, Scott. Here's Spears. Pass to Carr. They set the pick. Over Miller. Rebounded by Coleman.
Still searching for his first bucket of the night. He is struggling, and so is his team.
Outside Jennings. Looks for Miller. Gets it to him. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Spears. Now Scott. Right wing. Now Spears. And here's Carr. Here's Glenn. Outside Scott. They need this one. No good on that one. To the paint. Stolen. Spears with it. Pass to Carr. Inside. Banked in off the glass. 6 points for the Wizard.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And we have a timeout called by Tomazisolo. He knows every possession is critical now.
All right, let's get to the other court. Come on, get loud for your Breakers Dynasty.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen, so don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for a renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. To the inside. Pass to Cooper. Here's Coffey. Lets it go from deep. A Wizard with the rebound. The Wizard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Miller with a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
The Wizard passes to the Wizard. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Here's the Wizard. Pass to the Wizard. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Coffey. Here's Cooper. Now Carr. He's guarded by Jennings. Jennings against Carr. 6 to shoot. Here's Coffey. Not that time. It won't go.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And the layup is off. And at 36% on the night, they've got to step it up offensively. Can't get it to go. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Can't get it to go. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
One-handed!
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Gone 4-10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Oh, great touch off the pass.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Away team foul. Number 1. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2, Cooper.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one.
Well, that's the problem, playing catch-up at the end. Every point matters, but at least it wasn't an empty trip.
Now Miller. Here's the Wizard.
Home team foul. 0. First personal foul. First team foul.
Drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So so he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Around 36%, they're just not able to finish consistently. Here's Coffee. And 1:01 left in the game. Here's Cooper. 5 to shoot. 11 feet away. Not gonna go. Here's the Wizard. Miller surveying the floor. Whoops, they pick off the pass.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, anything they do at this point is going to be futile. Too little, too late.
At the line for 2, Carr.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And they go to the intentional foul.
0. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Puts up a 3. It misses. So it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, when weaker teams might have bucked at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that about wraps it up. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, the Wizard.